Hi everyone, it's March 13th. Quick update on my plants. Today I just wanted to go over how everything is doing here in the Deepwater Culture and up in the AeroGarden. Last time I showed you guys a lot of the little plants that I had started in some Dixie cups, and a lot of those have been transplanted into their own containers, some into hydroponics and some into soil. The ones that are in soil I'm going to be giving away to friends and my dad, who also is really interested in growing some ornamentals. Some of the ones that I've put already into just a basic Kratky hydroponic system that I started, some spinach, arugula, cilantro, and thyme. They're not really getting as much light as I would like, and as you can see, I'm pretty much out of capacity here in the Deepwater cabinet. But I am going to be giving away some of the basil to some friends at work pretty soon. Over here, the Thai dragon is still working on that one big pepper that you've been seeing for the last one or two videos. And a couple of little ones are starting as well. So I think I'm finally over that slump of losing a lot of the blooms. There's still a lot of blooms that are falling and dropping, but a lot of them are starting to actually form. And I have been checking my concentration more diligently and giving a little bit more food. So I think before, the amount of food that I was providing, the nutrients, wasn't concentrated enough, so the plants were getting a big burst but then not able to really feed themselves for the next couple of days afterwards. As I've mentioned before, I am changing out the nutrients every 2 weeks. So after this video, I will be doing another nutrient change. Up here on the AeroGarden, the black Vietnamese dragon is doing very well. It's gotten very leafy again, and I'm still trying to kind of shape it into something that I can use for a bonsai later on. The chili peppers themselves are still growing right here, getting nice and big and tall. They're still green, and pretty soon I'm already seeing some flecks of black on a couple of them. They'll turn black and then eventually ripen into a red. Over here, I moved my tomato plants up here so they could get a little bit more light. Last time you saw these kumquat seeds that I started, they had just started to kind of open up a little bit inside of this container, but once they actually started to sprout up, I brought them up here so that they could share some of the light with the AeroGarden. Over here in my window, there's not as much light, especially this last week and a half or so. We've been having a pretty substantial amount of rain. But you might have remembered from my first two videos, these two cuttings of Vietnamese black dragon were sitting inside of the Deepwater Culture, not doing a whole lot. I left it on this window so that I could make more space for plants in the Deepwater Culture cabinet, and to my surprise, I checked on it the other day after having neglected it for several weeks to find that not only did it make roots, but it was also starting to make flowers. So I think I will probably actually remove these flowers so that the plant can spend a little bit more time developing its trunk, and I'll probably top it, but I'm kind of curious to see if I can continue growing it in this container. Over here, some Numex Twilight seeds that sprouted and then grew into these little tiny seedlings. I'm letting them share the bottle for now. The weather hasn't really been good for going outside and starting my outdoor portion of my garden, but I'm planning on doing that as soon as the weather improves. So that's it for this week. Not a whole lot that has changed, and I will update you guys again in another 2 weeks so that you can see what else has changed. Until then, stay dry, stay warm, stay happy. Talk to you soon. Bye.